Well, good morning and welcome to the Soul Sister channel. My name's Kat. I've got your astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today, October the 22nd through Saturday, October the 28th. I'm calling this week Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll just to make you watch my channel. No, I really am going to be talking a little bit about sex in a minute. I just crack myself up, don't I? But for real, this week we have lots of energy shifts. Today, Mercury goes into Scorpio. Tomorrow, the sun moves into Scorpio. And Saturday, we have a lunar eclipse in Taurus. So I want to talk to us a little bit about the cycle and the natural cycle and what is going on at this time of the year. You guys know part of it. We've come through fall. The days are getting shorter. The nights are getting longer. And in a cyclic sense, this is our time for introspection. This is our time to go within, to review, readjust, realign. This whole period up until the winter solstice on December the 21st, when the light starts coming back into the day, making the day longer. So from here until December, it's a quiet time, an introspective time, a realignment time. And do we do any of that? Heck no. We are out getting ready for the holidays and buying and doing this and that. And then we crash and burn and we wonder why. So this season, this cycle of introspection, let's make a commitment to ourselves that we are going to make sure we take time out for self during this holiday season, that we are going to make sure that we are nourished, that we are taking care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually and mentally. Now, to help with that sort of kinda is this incredible Scorpio energy that we are moving into that is really a catalyst in helping us get to the truth of who we are. In a couple of descriptive words, I call Scorpio, it's all about power, it's all about death, and it's all about sex. It's the most intense energy of the entire zodiac. And the purpose of this energy, get this, you guys, remember the death part I just mentioned, to live each day like it's our last day on earth, living each day to the fullest. That is the goal of the Scorpion. That Scorpio energy. Let's talk about power. Sorry about that. Let's talk about power and who we are, the power we have, the power that we are because we are divine children of God. And yet we don't hold this power. And yet we give this power away indiscriminately just to be accepted, just to be liked, just to fit in, just to be part of, and we compromise ourselves. And when we compromise ourselves like this, especially during this period of introspection, it comes out as emotionally despair. We don't even know what to do with ourselves. We are so overcome with the emotions and feelings of this Scorpion energy that we can't find our way clearly when we compromise our power. Death. The way to understand Scorpio is to understand our relationship with death. Like I said, each day, each moment, like the last moment we have on earth. It's working through the fear of death. And what does death mean to us? Is it the end? in this cyclical universe that we've been talking about on this channel? Is it the end? Or has nature and the universe shown us that just like everything else, life and death are cyclical? And once we understand that death is not the end, it's the end of a chapter, not the end, how are we going to live our life revolving around that fact? Each moment like it's our last. Another important part of this Scorpion energy is our sexuality. Our sexuality is our power. It is our connection to death. It is our creativity on a physical level. And the lesson about sexuality from the Scorpion energy is be who we are. Accept our sexuality for what it is. Don't look to the outer world to try to tell us what sexuality is and isn't, and how we're supposed to feel sexually and how we're not supposed to feel. We come to our own truth. And again, if we are not being fulfilled sexually, that's going to turn into moodiness and brooding and resentment. So if we find these feelings coming up in the next month, especially with the sun in Scorpio, we need to take a look at the origin of those feelings. Are they valid? Or are they fear-based? Look at that. We need to come closer to our true, authentic self and our true life purpose. And Scorpio is going to help us with lots of brutal clarity, whether we like it or not. So, very intense time ahead. The next week, I'm not going to talk about it individual days because the whole week is an emotional week. It's a feeling week. It's not a very productive week at all. So don't look outside ourselves to get things done. I mean, we still can, but the emphasis this coming week is on our feelings and our emotions, and how are we balancing and aligning them? What are they telling us? Listen objectively. Listen to that Scorpion energy about who we are, and do not compromise who we are for anyone or anything else. We were born at this time on this planet for a specific purpose. As we know, this planet is going through some pretty intense changes, and we are here specifically to help move through those changes. Each one of us has a specific, unique purpose that we must discover, nurture, and support within ourselves and express it in the outer world, because that's how we begin healing the outer world, is by being true to ourselves. It really is that simple, you guys. We know that life is lived from the inside out. So really take a look inside this week, coming week. Take time for self. Take time to quiet and center and meditate. Another keynote for this channel is to make sure we meditate and develop and nurture our relationship with our higher self. It makes navigating this life journey so much easier. It makes navigating it easier. We still have our lessons to learn. Now, so do that this week. Do that be very conscious of how we feel, be very conscious of our power, be very conscious of our sexuality, and how are we participating in it fully? Are we repressing it? We need to take a look at that too. It's such an important part of being a human being. You know, we're physical too. We're not just spiritual. We have to nurture the physical part of ourselves too. So, embrace and express our sexuality this week as well. And then at the end of the week, we end the week with a lunar eclipse in Taurus. So we're going through this we're beginning into this whole cycle of introspection and going within. And this lunar eclipse in Taurus is about simplify. Simplify the outer world so we can discover the richness within. Not an easy task to do during this holiday season, but if we remember to take care of self and nurture self, we're going to get through this holiday season better than we ever have before. And date night, this lunar eclipse on Saturday is not a great energy for date night. It's going to be eggshells. We have such intense energy going on. And there is a connection between the Mars and Mercury in Scorpio opposing Jupiter and Taurus. So it's going to be like a lot of holding on to shit, like emotional shit and feeling shit, not letting it go. A partner may do something that pisses us off so bad, we just, we go off. We say, okay, I'm done with you. We're done. We're breaking up. I mean, that's how intense the energy is on Saturday. So make sure, there's a lot of Taurus energy, so keep it simple and do some close to the home, some good home cooking. Feed the soul, feed the body, feed the soul. You know, feed our partner. Maybe that'll help them feel better. Maybe that will help us feel better. So it's a kind of tricky wicket on Saturday night. I'm sorry. I love Saturday date nights, but I guess they can't all be perfect. So we're going to be kind of eggshelling our way through Saturday night for date night. So let's begin the week by becoming balanced, aligned, and connected with our higher selves by taking our 3 deep cleansing breaths. And then this week, we are going to say our Sun in Scorpio affirmation following our breaths. Let's take the first breath. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. Take one more. On this third breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, all the negativity, all the toxicity. We see it all flowing out of our bodies and flowing away. And in its place, we're being filled with this beautiful light made up of white light, love, and the will to good. This light is filling our entire bodies, protecting us from all evil, low vibration, all negativity, which is being deflected back to wherever it came from. And while we're in this space of white light connected with our higher self, we are going to say our Sun in Scorpio affirmation. Spiritual warrior am I, and from the battle, I emerge triumphant. We'll say the affirmation. We'll stay in this space of white light connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. Let's say the affirmation together. Spiritual warrior am I, and from the battle, I emerge triumphant. Good, good. That is an intense affirmation for an intense part of our cycle. And I'm going to tell you, it is nothing less than spiritual warrior. We are going to have to fight our way through all of this outer world stuff, right? And all of these unfounded feelings and emotions and unresolved traumas that we have had to get to our true self and our purpose so we can start nurturing and support it if we haven't already. Come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat for my daily inspirational oracle messages with a good idea to keep us balanced and aligned for the day. If you like the message of the Soul Sister channel, that we create our own reality, whether consciously or unconsciously, and B, we can consciously create the life we want by using the energies. Please share it, because the more responsible we become, all of us, for our own reality, the less chaos, distrust, and discomfort there will be in the outer world. Have a great week ahead. Lots of internal work. Remember to check in with our meditation and check in with spirit. Remember the keynote for the Soul Sister channel: life is lived from the inside out. Namaste.